What's up, this is Crypto with James talking to you today about Suku. I find this project very, very interesting. Not only the partners, but um, the actual team and the efforts that they're going to. It's like an all-in-one project. So it's going to be a very, very interesting one to go through. Before I do, as always, I update my spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I've spoken about on the channel. Bloody hell, that's hot. If you'd invested $100 into each one when I released the videos and you were still holding your bags, you'd be in profit for $48,900. Add in your $2,600 investment, you're sitting on $51,500. It's not bad. I've held all of these at one point or another, and closed positions on damn near all of them in profit. And Grin, not so much. Bit of a letdown. And reinvested that all into new cryptos. If you want to see the cryptos I hold, check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share my live portfolio along with the moves I'm making throughout the week. My biggest holders are absolutely crushing it. My portfolio is consistently beating the market week in and week out, and the gains are just continuing. If you want to be a part of this, you want to build your wealth in anticipation of an inevitable bear cycle where you'll have more money to invest during the bear cycle, which will make you more money in the following bull cycle, then click the link in the description and check it out. Right, Suku. So Suku is priced at around 84 cents. It's currently got a market cap of about 100 million. You'll have to excuse me, I'm on the coffee this morning. Now, this is Suku's pitch deck, which effectively is just a simplified version of a very simplified version of a white paper. Truth verified. I mean, it's simple, right? So it's giving power back to consumers. Now, what they're actually targeting is consumer knowledge. A ever-growing trend within supply chain, for consumers, is knowing the source of the food you buy, the products you buy. Recent studies have shown people are willing to spend more money if a brand is sustainable. People are willing to switch brands if it's associated with a cause. So with consumers increasingly concerned about such things, it is important that a business is more transparent, they source ethically and sustainably, and they include customers in giving back. So it's effectively an untapped market that they believe is worth around about $1 trillion. A Unilever study shows that the sustainable market for fast-moving consumer goods is around about $2.5 trillion. And that includes an untapped market opportunity worth about $1 trillion. If brands can offer products that cost the same, perform the same or better, and deliver authentically on the sustainability message, then they can tap an extra $1 trillion market. This is Suku's sort of focus and big pitch. 21% of customers do not currently buy sustainably, but would like to. Their three concerns are lack of verification, quality / performance, and higher costs. So Suku looks to address that within the supply chain. So they're going to help companies connect with conscious consumers. They're going to help consumers find transparent, verified products. So 40% of customers say they would switch from their current preferred brand to one that offers more transparency. This is what Suku are aiming to do. So Suku are looking at being effectively a business blockchain, whether it is, but most specifically, a supply chain focus. So they aim to become the universal symbol of truth for consumers and brands, making commerce more transparent and efficient through the power of blockchain. And we've seen the power of blockchain very recently, just with, like, if you look at what happened with OpenSea. You know, the beauty of the blockchain was that this CEO, this executive, his actions could be traced because of blockchain. You could see that he bought all these NFTs early on the before they launched on the main page of OpenSea, and he sold them at a profit. That's what blockchain does. So this is what Suku's focus is. Now, Suku's actual team, a lot of them came from the Deloitte blockchain lab. So they've worked with Fortune 500 companies for several years. There is a large expertise within supply chain, blockchain, finance, and entrepreneurship. They've got a good team of advisors, an ability to secure large partnerships due to the team's extensive network and experience. Now that you can believe as well. I'll show you the team in a sec. So their verification tool is going to be that the solution traces products with raw materials to finished goods, so it allows consumers to see how brands are differentiated based on transparent products. So it's going to be backed by the supply chain ecosystem. Customers scan barcode on their product. Customers receive Suku verified product journey, so you can see its movements, its history. So they believe this is going to be a huge part with regards to the supply chain. Now, there's certainly room. I'm not sure how big that market is, really. I know they're saying $1 trillion, but really, how many people are just saying what they think is the right thing to say? That's a serious question. A lot of people just go, oh, well, yeah, I think I should think that, so I say that. But I don't think people give it that much thought. A lot of people don't. I know that. I know that from the people I know. So, yeah. So Suku implementations. So you could use the Suku product for meat product transparency. So they've partnered with Senko Sud. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Which is the third largest publicly listed retail company in Latin America. They've got 1,100 stores, 130,000 employees, and an annual revenue of $14 billion. So with the solution, Senkosud will be able to give customers the ability to verify products using the Suku blockchain. So you can see the full product journey, enabling the verification of product claims and positioning Senkosud as an innovator in blockchain and transparency. That's definitely true in the sense of that will elevate both parties there. Senkosud will definitely be elevated by integrating with blockchain. Suku will definitely benefit from a company that has an annual revenue of 14 billion. They've also partnered with SmartTrack, who is owned by JP Morgan and Alibaba, which is one of the world's top companies. They are the world's largest supplier of inlays for e-passports. They partnered to connect the digital and physical world through their tags to blockchain, enable all of the SmartTrack products. After the initial phase, they're expecting SmartTrack to sell their tags to their clients through the Suku marketplace. So again, big positive there for what Suku are looking to do. So your team, you've got product, like the CEO is a former blockchain product lead at Deloitte. He's got an MBA from Duke. The chairman and co-founder was a founder of GameVice. Is that GameVice? Can't even see that. Yeah, GameVice. And a former partner at VaxCare. The president and co-founder was an SaaS entrepreneur. You've got Air Force veterans. You've got former strategic consultant for DLA. You know, they've got an impressive team. Their advisors, you've got the co-founder and CEO of Bittrex. You've also got the co-founder of Earn. That was actually bought by Coinbase. You've got the co-founder of Block and the founding partner of Tally Capital, and the owner of Newbie Ventures. So and to be fair, founding managing partner of HCM Foxconn. So you've got a decent team of advisors there. So the whole aim is to where's it gone? To deliver higher efficiency, transparency, and collaboration through an integrated blockchain ecosystem optimized for supply chains. Now they have expanded since this. This is mainly a bit business to business type deal, but they have expanded since. I'm actually the pitch deck goes well into mostly explaining the benefits of the supply chain network, but there is so much more to this. This is goinfinite.io, which is where you can go on to see their own digital marketplace. If you click on the marketplace, you can see that there is some like NFT based trainers for sale. You've got some gangster snowman, I guess. But yeah, then there's a few things on offer. There's some interesting ideas. You've got the original format of whatever that is. May Pang. Lennon's Lost Weekend, presuming that John Lennon. Yeah, and you've got some interesting stuff. Like this is one where this is fairly new and it's evolving. But with I don't think OpenSea are exactly going to get are going to go anywhere. They're still the sort of go-to place in terms of NFT sales. But what happened recently with their executive taking the piss and trying to earn himself some sneaky Ethereum, other marketplaces are going to start benefiting from that. But it's not just the fact that they've got this going on. They've got, they're entering into the world of DeFi now. They've got transparency and technology to elevate the consumer. They've got, don't know if they know that. I don't know if Chris Jericho knows that he's on the front cover of the site. So it's trusted by leading retailers, including Paula Femme, Senkosud, as we just saw, True Tribe, and Wong. It's actually pretty goddamn good in terms of what they are trying to do, like I said, with supply chain. But more interestingly is how they're starting to step into the role of DeFi. So they're trying to harness the power of decentralized finance to create a more inclusive world. So Suku DeFi is an ecosystem of purpose-driven lenders who provide microfinance opportunities to disenfranchised supply chain participants. So yes, again, it's within the parameters of supply chain. And bear in mind, VeChain is the king of supply chain, right? But Suku is looking to help to create a supply chain that is verifiable and can provide opportunities to people that are within the supply chain but maybe struggling through whatever supply chain issues. So you can now lend tokens, you'll earn a percentage back and stuff. But it's about growing into what they believe is the future of the supply chain. So they've got partner network lending, where you can provide a pool of where brands and institutions around the world can partner with Suku DeFi to provide a pool of stablecoins, liquidity for supply chain partners to borrow from. These lending partners can earn a variable interest rate. So I could lend out a bunch of my USDC and I'll get a decent interest rate for those people that require micropayments for their supply chain issues. You've got purpose-driven donations. Brands and institutions and individuals may provide purpose-driven donations to the social impact protocol. And then you've got community liquidity pooling. So non-US brands, institutions, and individuals can contribute Suku tokens and USDC to the smart contract-based liquidity pools and earn a variable interest rate. So some simple stuff, but all within the realms of we've got to improve our information for consumers. That's where they think this goes. And I find it very interesting. I'm not sure what legs this has as an investment and as a project. Fundamentally, it depends on your perspective of it depends on your perspective of what people are looking for. It really does. Because fundamentally, right, if you think that most consumers want to know the journey of the thing they're buying, then this has incredible potential. If you think that the people that are saying that are full of it, then this doesn't have potential. It doesn't have too much potential. Now, the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle. There'll be a percentage of people, no doubt, that want to say their products to be ethically sourced, their products to be sustainable, to come from sustainable sources. I don't think it's as large a percentage as people purport it to be. And whilst I know that Unilever did the study saying that like people, 40 odd percent of people, or 60 odd percent of people would pay more, 10% more, if they know where their products come from, or if it comes from a sustainable brand. That's very easy to say until it comes into practice. We've seen inflation at 5% in the US this year. We've seen inflation in the UK around 3+% this year. If you're telling me you're adding on 10% to your weekly shopping, that takes a hell of a chunk of money out of your pocket. So that therein lies the question. Do consumers truly care? Are consumers truly prepared to pay more? I think there's enough people that this could do well. I don't think there's as many people as there claim to be, but I think there's enough people. Suku, I don't think will do much this bull cycle. And the reason I say that is it's a fairly new project. And whilst they have some good partners, and don't get me wrong, they do, Coinbase Custody, Senkosud, Duke University, although that's presumably down to one of their advisors, Hedera Hashgraph's very good. Smart Track, we saw earlier, TokenSoft, Perkins, Koi, not sure what that is, and GSR. Pioneering financial services for cryptocurrency markets. So they've got some interesting partners. Coinbase Custody is damn sure an interesting one, and a good team. But in a time where we're in a bull cycle, and the king of supply chain is still VeChain, and I think there's been such a rough year for people financially. I don't think that many people are going to be going to care enough. More people are too worried about where their money's coming from, or people are too worried about spending too much money. I'm for sure my shopping bill went up like 20% this year. It's been ridiculous. I swear, some of the prices have just flown up in the UK on food. I don't think people are prepared to pay that much more. Not right now. 4 years down the line, maybe. So this bull cycle, maybe it stays. Maybe it hits $1.50. Maybe doubles from where it is. Maybe it's $1.66, 67. I don't see it doing much more than that. But in the next bull cycle, if they've got better partnerships, because they have to be working with some major players within consumer goods. If they are, And I know they're working with some good ones now, but if they're working with some major players within the consumer goods industries, they could go mad next bull cycle. But this bull cycle, nah, maybe a doubling, not much more than that. But long term, could be very interesting. One to keep an eye on, one to have on the watch list for the next few years, I would say. Okay, that's it for me. And if you're new to crypto, guys, check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share my life portfolio. I share exactly what cryptos I'm in, why the hell I'm in them. My biggest holdings have absolutely smashed this market. My overall portfolio continues to outperform the market week in, week out. The gains train just keeps rolling in. If you want to be a part of it, click the link in the description and enjoy it. Take care, guys. Bye.